Welcome into the Scene Project Sports Network. I'm your host, Bubba Startz, and with me today is founder of Below Zero Wrestling, Nick Stokke. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Man, we're going to be getting together soon. Sturgis is right around the corner. Wrestling is back, baby. This is great.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I mean, first time that I've been in Sturgis ever. Now we get to bring wrestling back. BZW. We're going to be main street, whatever you want to call it. I can't wait.
Yeah, Iron Host Saloon's a great venue. I'm assuming you guys will be outside in that beautiful patio area. It's all surrounded. Man, it's gonna be a killer setup.
Yeah, it's kind of something that's always was on my checklist of things to do when we started wrestling. Like I wanted to go to Sturgis. I was a WCW guy, so being able to get in touch with these guys and get them to bring us in, it's awesome, and the venue looks amazing. I've been there driving through to Deadwood a few times, but I can't imagine it when it's going to look with thousands of people around the wrestling ring.
It's going to be absolutely incredible, and it's easy for us to get carried away and just kind of get invested into the dream. But how about we share a little bit about you and kind of the founding of Below Zero? Let people get to know you and the promotion a little bit, and why it's
Yeah.
so important for it to be back in Sturgis after a long hiatus of having any wrestling on Main Street.
Yeah, so BZW, we started along 4.5 years ago, roughly. My business partner, Zach, who's from South Dakota, he's from Sioux Falls. He actually, on this day 5 years ago, put a Facebook post out just like, hey, what if someone responds? And it just said, I want to start a wrestling company in North Dakota. Reached out to him, and it was like, let's do this. And so we talked for a long time. It took almost a year until we had our first event. And now we've grown into something that I can be so proud of, that we both can be proud of. We've hit multiple states. We've exceeded expectations for locally, and just having, certain people at our events, attendance and everything. And then just to come back to such a historic place that WCW ran, 5 years, I believe they did 5 pay-per-views, four for sure. Just a long rich of history there with Road Wild and their original Hog Wild. But for us to come back with Road Rage as a throwback to WCW and what they did, just means a lot as a wrestling fan and a wrestling promoter.
It's one heck of a time. I know you said you haven't been to Sturgis during the rally. This year is gonna be the biggest ever. The
Yeah.
weather looks like it's gonna be perfect all week long, not too hot. Percentages of rain, that's pretty typical for the rally in the Black Hills this time of year, or anywhere in South Dakota if you've been following the Weather Channel this week.
Yeah.
Um, it's absolutely such a perfect match, right? Like wrestling, the biker culture, and it's weird that, I guess as the promotions at the top have gotten consolidated, right? We don't have any option. It is the WWE, and that's pretty much it up at the
Hmm.
top of the heap. But what's been interesting to me, introduced to you through Matt Classic, Creed, obviously the networking through these independent promotions has been
Yeah.
really cool for me to witness. As not a wrestling promoter, I'm a music promoter, and obviously we have our podcast network. But watching how a lot of the things that we're trying to bring into the music world are already alive and well in the wrestling promotion world, and to kind of see it from the outside and now getting to come kind of into the group a little bit is really fun to see. There's so much happening and so many people out there chasing the dream of professional wrestling.
Yeah, it's been such a ride, from day one to now. The people that you meet, the people that you network with, and just get to know in this industry. And like you mentioned music, like there's a lot of similarities in that, we're all kind of going from town to town, spot to spot, just trying to make it. And sometimes you're at venue A, and that can have so many hundreds and thousands of people, and then you go to the venue B, and you're in front of a smaller crowd, but you still do it because the love and everything. And so, being able to come down here with the group of guys that we have and girls that we have with BZW, and be able to bring it to Sturgis, and make it kind of our biggest event ever, just in terms of what it could do for us as a company, what it can do for the wrestlers as individuals. it's really, really exciting, and just the growth that can come from this.
Well, just the amount of eyeballs physically that are going to be there, but then
Yeah.
coverage, people like
Yeah.
me are going to be able to go there because it's not really within your budget as a small promotion to be able to hire a broadcast company to come and
Mhm.
shoot it, or even to shoot it yourself and to hire someone to edit this footage or to broadcast it live. Like, you're already doing so many things. I think that's why I love the promotion side so much, is the similarities that you talked about. I'm
Yeah.
living the same life in a different arena, and we're kind of dancing around each other because we haven't, you can't play the same venue at the same time. So a lot of us musicians are kind of following around, and we're running in the same circles, working
Hmm.
at a lot of the same places. And that's kind of where Sturgis is so great, is because it brings together the biker culture, the music, the wrestling, the racing, the bike shows. So you have art, tattoos, and that's what really sets Sturgis apart from every other event of any kind, really. And it's not just a music festival, it's not just a bike show, it is all of those things. And the people are so damn good to each other that whole week, that I'm just thrilled to see a small promotion, local as it gets. If you're from the Dakotas, upper Midwest, I think
Yeah.
we definitely embrace you, because there's just not enough creative people in the state of South Dakota alone to do all the things necessary to entertain a million people this year, right? I mean, the population of South Dakota is going to double for 1 week. I mean, starting
Yeah.
now, they're already rolling in. My
Oh
friends
yeah.
are already camped out at the Buffalo Chip.
Yep. I one of my buddies, he might even be head security now at the Buffalo Chip. A guy that I grew up with, and I know he does security out there. He's there. He's already there. It's go time. I'm part of a lot of groups now in the Sturgis groups and everything, just getting a feel for what we're gonna do, letting people know that we're coming, and just so it's such a like it's gonna be crazy. I can't wait. That day alone, we at the Iron Horse, they start out with a bike show, then it's us, then it's a concert, then there's like a DJ. Like it's never ending. It doesn't stop. And I can only imagine that by the time it's ready to go home, after not I'm not going home after the show, but the following day after we have time to go home, I'm gonna be wiped out.
Yeah, I'm spending 10 days there, brother, and the party
All
doesn't
right.
stop. Yeah, I've been resting up pre-show, and I'll probably collapse when I get home for 3 or 4 days, and then I'm
Yeah.
back on the road. But this is something that, especially in South Dakota, and for our podcast network and what we're trying to do in the world, this year has been circled for, 2 or 3 years, right?
Yeah.
I grew up in Deadwood, so I'm very
Okay.
familiar with the rally and how it can change the economy, what it means to me. I'm a songwriter and a musician, so for years that was my go time. I was booking 11 shows in, 7 days, and just
Hmm.
playing it and beating myself up in that way. Now that I'm kind of running around with a camera and behind the camera, I think it's going to be maybe a little easier, even though the
Hopefully.
schedule is even more packed. Well, I think it
Yeah.
keeps the excitement level high. Getting to kind of go and feed off of everybody else's excitement and not just relying on myself, right? Like, I'm having to bring that show. The coverage side is much different, where I'm able to just kind of tap in, and I'm able to jump into your event where everybody there is vibing, right? I'm not having
Yeah.
to bring all that energy. I'm just able to go and kind of tap into it real quick, siphon off a little bit, and keep moving. You get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I think you're pretty happy at this point, and
Yeah.
and keep on rolling. So, are you guys doing any kind of promotion for the show ahead of time? Are you showing up a few days early? Are some of the wrestlers going to be out and about during the week, kind of talking about the show and meeting people?
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of promotion, just like online stuff going right now. Myself and a handful of guys won't be there until probably Thursday, just with logistics and having to get the ring and housing and all lodging, all that kind of stuff. But we'll be out and about, especially at the Iron Horse that Thursday, letting everyone know we're going to be doing some stuff that morning, just walking around. I got my belt that like our fan championship belt. I'll carry that with me. That way people can see what's going on. One of the other guys down there will have his belt with them and everything. So I mean, yeah, we're going to be doing some very last couple days promotion down there and just doing what we can. But the Iron Horse has been great in doing the promotion for them. They've got it all up on their social media and at their location and everything. So And then once you start setting up a wrestling ring, people start looking at it going like, what the hell is that? And it's going to attract some people in. So we're ready. We're ready. The more promotion, the better, obviously, but we're thinking a really good crowd, and it's going to be fun.
Well, and that's why we're here. That's why I started all these networks, was to promote events just like this,
Yeah.
and that's why I had to start so many different ones. It was like, well, the Scene Projects does music real good, and we talk to music people, but what about all these sports that I love? I'm a huge sports fan. I mean, I grew up watching the same stuff you guys did. It's just my path didn't take me into that side, maybe until now. I can't wait to be there in person. We're going to grab some interviews with some of your wrestlers. We're going to be capturing a ton of content. We're going to be going live on our, social medias while we're there and kind of showing the party to everyone, making sure that we're carrying the name along with us, because we want you to succeed out here so we can keep working together and we can
Yeah,
make
no.
this a staple in the calendar.
I'm hoping that we're back for the 86th, the 87th, the 88th. I want to be back for many rallies after this. And so we always appreciate, someone like yourself just helping promote us in any way that we can and being part of the event, because it's more than just the wrestlers, it's more than just the crew, but it's the fans, it's the other people that have helped make it a success. And, even just your reach out to someone, if that means one other person or two other people come out to the event and enjoy it, then they might go, wow, BZW, like I need to check this company out. And then they're watching us on TV. They're checking out our social medias, and just so anytime you can get a new face or someone else to watch the product, it's really awesome. And we have so many local talent too, like from South Dakota, North Dakota, um, Nebraska. We have so much Midwest talent that we just want to make sure that everyone sees what we can do, what our area can produce. We're kind of I would say we're a hotbed for wrestling, but it's an unknown hotbed. So many people think of the coast as where you're going to get all your talent, but we got some of the best talent in the United States, no question about it, hands down. And they're going to be on display in Sturgis.
Nick, where can everybody find you? Where can they find more information about the show? And then, plug the venue and everything one more time and the date for Sturgis.
Yeah, so check out our social medias, Below Zero Wrestling. We're on all the main social medias. Facebook's probably our most active. Our website, belowzerowrestling.com. And then, the Iron Horse Saloon, Friday, August 8th. We go on right about 6 o'clock once we get everything set up or whatever. But we are going to party. We are going to make this an event. Like, people are going to talk about wrestling at the Iron Horse during the 85th Sturgis Rally 100%. This is going to be big. We're going to make sure that people want wrestling back there for many years to come.
My name is Bubba Startz. This is the Scene Project Sports Network. This was Nick Stokke, Below Zero Wrestling. We're going to see you in Sturgis, brother. I can't wait.
Can't wait. We'll see you there.